Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today with the roundup of patterns and fabrics to sew those key autumn trends 2025. Let's get started. I am so excited to bring you this video today. I have been waiting and waiting for these glorious fabrics to come in. We've got some really beautiful autumnal tones and I've just been waiting for them to come in so that I can share them with you and give you lots and lots of inspiration for what you can make, because sewing season has arrived. It is cold, it is grey, and I don't know about you, but I just want to cuddle up inside with a nice cup of tea on my sewing machine and make something gorgeous. So these videos always take a really long time, so I've decided to split it into two this time. So I'm going to do part one today and then stay tuned for part two next week. So yeah, I'll talk you through a few key trends. I'll show you the inspiration and the idea, and then we'll look at the patterns and the fabrics you can use to recreate that look. So the first one has been a key look for a long time, and I think it's nice to, although this is a trends video, I do always try and share things that I think are wearable and timeless as well. So I know that sounds probably a bit of a juxtaposition, but I think you can look contemporary but make things that are going to last a long time and you will wear for a long time, and I've got lots of things like that in my handmade wardrobe. I've had a bit of a love affair with making jackets recently. Those of you who follow the channel will know. And I think what I've discovered is I sort of avoided jackets for a long time because I thought they were going to be more complicated and involved than they actually are. And what I found was they're actually great to make because they're great to wear. You'll get loads more wear out of them than, you know, a dress or a top, more than likely, because you can wear it with lots of different outfits. The fit generally isn't so, you know, important because generally jackets are a little bit oversized, a little bit bigger, so it doesn't need to be like a perfect fit like some of the other garments you might make. They're just a whole lot of fun to make, and a lot of them aren't very complicated at all. And another type of jacket that I would like to get in my handmade wardrobe is a quilted jacket. So I saw these everywhere when I was researching the trends. They've been around for the last few years, and I think it's because, you know, they're great for layering, they're comfortable, they're casual but kind of look smart at the same time. So, you know, nice and easy to wear, and I think that's what a lot of us want these days. And I saw them everywhere. I saw lots of really gorgeous printed versions, so quilted fabrics with a lovely print on them. I did order in some beautiful patchwork quilted fabric. It hasn't arrived yet, but I'm going to chase that up and get it on the website. But I also saw lots of plain quilted fabrics as well, some really lovely burgundy ones, and then your classic navies and blacks and things like that, which we've also got here for you today. The shapes generally were very sort of boxy, very contemporary. Some of them just had a round neck, and then you've got the opportunity, a lot of them had binding round the edges to finish the edges, so you've got the opportunity to do that. You might want to do it on your overlocker or your sewing machine, get your binding foot out. Others had just a little very simple collar on them, so that's another option as well. But I have got the most incredible quilted fabrics to share with you. I'm really excited about these, so I'm going to share those first and then we'll go through the patterns because I just need to show you these. So these quilted fabrics, they're quite difficult for me to hold up the bulk. I've ordered big bolts of these because they are so gorgeous, but this is the wrong side and it is a really soft velvety feel, super soft, and it's navy blue. But then on the right side you've got this incredible quilted design, and I don't know if, I hope the camera's picking it up, but where the quilted design is, there's the most gorgeous, almost like ladder stitches, or they're like some of the stitches that you get on the high-end Husqvarna and Pfaff machines. I just think it's incredible. It's just so beautiful, and you could make this into a jacket or gilets as well if you're into your gilets. I know a lot of people have been making those recently. That's another option, but I just think it's absolutely fabulous. And then the other one we've got is this gorgeous black one, so really classic, easy to wear, goes with everything. It's like an onion design quilted sort of pattern, and it's the black side, sort of shine side for the exterior, and again it's got that lovely warm soft velvety inside. I mean, how cozy is that going to be? So yeah, they're just absolutely gorgeous. They're both shower proof as well, so the fabric has been treated. The non sort of velvety side has been treated, so it is shower proof, so you know, probably not like a really heavy downpour, but certainly if you get caught in a bit of a shower or whatever, they have been treated. They are water resistant and shower proof, so absolutely in love with those, and I hope you are too. And I've got 3 different patterns that you could use to make them, because we saw lots of sort of cropped and boxy styles when I was doing the research. One of the patterns I've picked out is the Adria by Fibre Mood. So these are PDF patterns that we stock now. You can order the digital download if you want to print it off at home, or if you don't like doing that and you want us to print it off on big sheets of pattern paper for you, we can do that. It's all there on the website. You just click the relevant option and we can do it all for you. But the Adria jacket I thought was really cute. It's definitely got that boxy shape. It's got welt pockets on the front, and then it's got a collar and a lapel and a double-breasted front, straight sleeves, and then the sleeves have got like a little band on them, like a little button-down band. It runs in sizes from an extra small to an extra, extra, extra large. So I think the Fibre Mood patterns generally are very size inclusive, and I just thought that would look absolutely fantastic sewn up in either of these beautiful new quilting fabrics. The next one I want to share is the Megan Nielsen Havia jacket. It's a jacket and coat, and it's got lots and lots of different options in it. I've shared this with you before, but I mean, the fact that we keep coming back to these quilted jackets just shows, you know, they are so popular and they are great to have in your wardrobe. And the Havia has got long versions, but it's also got lots of crop versions as well. You've got the option to have it just open. You've got the option for a little tie at the front, options for doing that bias binding that I talked about, and again these fabrics would be absolutely perfect for the Havia pattern. That runs from a size 0, which is a 32 bust, 24 waist and 34 hip, up to a 20, which is a 46 bust, 38 waist and a 48 hip. All of the patterns and fabrics I'm sharing, they're all on our website, so just check out the links below, and all of the size charts are there on the website for you as well. So if you need any more information, it's all there. And then the other pattern, which is an absolute classic, one of our best sellers, is the Tamarack jacket by Grey 9 Studios. It runs in 2 size ranges, a 0 to 18 and a 14 to 30. And it's just a simple, you can either do an open front or you can use, I think it snaps to fasten the front. It's got those little sort of welt pockets or faux welt pockets. I'm not sure which one, but again, all the details are on the website. And again, this one is finished with that binding if you want to. So yeah, I hope you can tell I am very, very excited about these, and I think that would be a wonderful sewing project to kickstart your autumn sewing. The next trend on my list was, I just saw lots of dresses with lovely dark prints. So I saw dark prints with feathers on, quite a lot of celestial feel fabrics, but very sort of moody, dark prints. Lots of sort of jersey wrap dresses, just very simple shapes, sort of lots of jersey dresses, mini and maxi, but I always quite like sort of like a knee length dress in those sorts of fabrics. I just think they can look really, really chic. And the pattern I would use to recreate that look, there was one in particular that had feathers on it, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. Just a really simple wrap dress, just a crossover at the top and a simple skirt, knee length. But yeah, lots of other options. I also saw jersey dresses that were like maxi dresses, like not a bodycon, but more fitted. But the one I would use to recreate that sort of feather print dress is the DVF, the Diane von Furstenberg Vogue dress, Vogue 2000, which I'm actually wearing today. This is my version that I made some time ago. I made the version with the collar, and it's quite a long skirt on this one, but you could shorten it. And you can make it without the collar as well, but there's also quite a few other DVF dresses, simple wrap dresses on our website for you to choose from as well. But I just think you can't go wrong, and you know, at the end of the day as well, it comes back to comfort again, doesn't it? Like, isn't it wonderful when you're wearing something that makes you feel really good, but you're also not feeling incredibly uncomfortable and thinking, I just want to take this off when I get home, you know? And I think knit dresses and wrap dresses particularly are great for that. And we've got this lovely feather print jersey fabric. It's a jersey mix. I can't remember what the mix is, but again, all the details are on the website. But just look at that glorious, glorious print. It's a lovely weight, really lovely weight. It's super soft. It's got good stretch and recovery. And we've got this base cloth in quite a few different designs as well. Some lovely sort of autumnal tones, some lovely rich colours. But honestly, if you could feel how soft that is, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And the colours are just, I love the way it's a dark background, but it has got splashes of vibrant colour, but it's not too in your face. It's actually quite understated. And I just think it would make them the most beautiful, beautiful dress. So that is my choice for that one. And the Vogue dress comes up to a 24, so it starts at a 6, which is a 30.5 bust, 23 waist, 32.5 hip, goes up to a 24, which is a 46 bust, 39 waist and a 48 hip. And then the next trend I wanted to talk about was there were a lot of what I would call fit and flare dresses. So lots and lots of dresses where there was a relatively fitted bodice and then a sort of skater skirt or a slightly A-line skirt. Lots of the skirts were gathered. Some of the dresses were buttoned down, some of them had a zip at the front, some of them were turtlenecks, and there was lots and lots of corduroy and needle cord, which when I see that just instantly makes me feel really cosy and warm. And we've just had some really gorgeous baby cords in. We've got a navy blue, a brick colour and the all-important tan colour, which is really popular this autumn. But they're a lovely weight. You can make a wide range of different garments in them. And yeah, when I saw that inspiration, when I saw all those lovely corduroy dresses everywhere, I thought, oh, they would be great for that. Lots of them had like little cummerbund panels as well at the waist, and again there were short and long options in the corduroy dresses, so lots and lots of choice there for people. The pattern I chose was one of the most popular patterns this year. As soon as I was looking at this trend, I thought of McCall's 8553. It's been an absolute, like, you know, fantastic pattern. Everybody loved it when it came out. I think it came out in the spring, and I think a lot of people made it in chambrays and made the short sleeve version. But if you look at the pattern packet, there's actually a long sleeve version. So it could be perfect for making one of these baby cord dresses. You've got the option for a short knee length or a midi length as well. It runs up to a size 24, so same size range as the previous pattern, 6 to 24. So yeah, I would make that up. I've just brought all of the baby cords up to show you, but we've got the lovely classic navy blue, just so easy to wear. Yeah, lovely and soft. And like I said, you know, a nice weight, not too heavy. So I think it'll work well for dresses and things as well. You know, it's not an overly heavy sort of needle cord. It's a baby cord. So it's very, very miniature wails on it. It's not overly chunky. And then we've got this lovely, lovely brick colour, which is like a sort of rusty colour. I remember, in fact, in the 90s, having a jacket that I adored from River Island in this particular colour corduroy. Yeah, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. It had tartan lining as well. Oh, amazing, wish I still had it. And then also we've got it in this gorgeous sort of tan camely colour, so whatever colour you like, you know, you can go for one of those options and you could make that McCall's dress and that would look fantastic. And I think I have got another alternative. Yes, I also picked out New Look 6749. This dress I picked out because it's got that cummerbund detail and the button down front that a lot of them had. So you've got the zip option with the McCall's dress, And then you've got the button down option with the New Look pattern. It's got a gathered skirt, as has the McCall's one, so they really tick that box perfectly, I felt. The New Look pattern runs from a 6 to a 16, so a size 38 bust, 30 waist and a 40 hip on the 16, so not massively size inclusive on that one. If you wanted an alternative though, you could take a look at the Style Arc Bell dress, which is a very similar design, one of my favourite ever patterns, and their pattern range is really size inclusive. We've got them all on the site, and they usually have an 18 to 30 as well as a 6 to, can't remember what the lower bracket is, but yeah, there's definitely an 18 to 30 in that one. So if you like the New Look one but it isn't size inclusive enough, take a look at the Style Arc Bell dress, which is on our website. The next trend I wanted to share with you was knit trousers. So I just saw these absolutely everywhere, and I was lucky enough to go on a trip with my girlfriends recently to Porto in Portugal, and we were looking around the shops there, and I saw this trend there as well. My friend Kaz, who's like a total style queen, picked out a pair of trousers and said, oh, these are nice. And I thought, do you know what, I would never look at those, but she's right, they're lovely. And there's just lots of just very simple, relatively wide leg, pull-on knit trousers, and then people are wearing them as co-ord sets with long sleeve t-shirts in matching fabric. Also, the other trend I saw was to wear those lovely comfortable knit trousers but then pair them with like a shirt and a wool coat, or the other option is to wear a lovely button down cardigan. We've got the Marlowe cardigan from True Bias on our site, that would be perfect, but you could wear a nice chunky sort of button down cardigan and then some little pointy ballet shoes with them if you wanted to like dress it up a little bit. So I just think they'd be easy to make, easy to wear. I mean, to make, literally they've just got like an elasticated waistband, a lot of them, so simple, but I think they could be one of those items you would reach for again and again and again, because you can style it in lots of different ways. But again, it's going to be something that you're not sitting there at the end of the day thinking, oh God, I can't wait to take this off, I'm so uncomfortable. You know, you're going to feel comfortable, but they look smart as well. So the pattern I chose for that one, which is absolutely perfect, is the Tessuti Avalon pants. I was like, these are exactly what I've seen. It runs in a size 6 to a 22, labelled as a pattern for a beginner because they will be so super easy to sew. You only need to just put some elastic in the waistband, you know, really, really simple. Runs from a 6 to a 22. So a 6 is a 27-inch waist and a 36-inch hip, and a 22 is a 43-inch waist and a 52-inch hip. And they're designed to be sewn up in things like ponte knits, French terry fleeces, brushback fleece, that sort of thing. And in our new collection of fabrics that we've had in recently, we've had some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Ponte Roma fabrics. I'm so delighted with these. We've got them in a range of colours. I mean, I thought this beautiful sort of olivey colour was just absolutely gorgeous. Again, a lovely weight. They're not flimsy at all. They're a really nice weight for a ponte. Lovely drape and movement, as you can see. Good stretch and recovery. They are absolutely gorgeous. So we've got this lovely olivey green colour, but we've also got, I think, a navy. We've definitely got a gorgeous burgundy, which is, you know, the colour of the season that everybody's talking about. And I think there's another colour as well. I can't remember. I think we might have a purple, and there might be a couple of other colours as well. So do check those out. I'm going to pop links to all the patterns and the fabrics on our website in the description for you. So do check those out. But yeah, I need to make some of those Avalon pants. I need them in my life. I think they would just be wonderful. And then the final trend I'm talking about today, but there will be more next week for you, is skirts. So the skirt trends for autumn 2025. I saw lots of skirts paired with a nice chunky sweater and boots, you know, a classic timeless look again. I recently made a really lovely skirt, a MOODY pattern. The review is on the channel, and I wore that yesterday to work with a chunky jumper and my ankle boots, and again I felt so comfortable, but I felt really nice in it as well. It's a beautiful floral print fabric. You can find that on our site. I'll try and pop a link to that in the description below for you as well. But some of the other key trends that I saw were there was definitely lots and lots of check skirts. So there was there's lots of pleated skirts as well. So there's lots of like pleated minis, just minis that with checks as well. But then there were also quite a lot of check skirts that were sort of midi length and had a bit of ruching or a bit of a flounce or ruffling, just unusual little twists and details, like almost like waterfall effects, wrap skirts as well. And then, like I said, statement skirts like the floral one I've made, you know, something in a really bright statement fabric, and then just paired with a simple knit and boots. And I really feel like that MOODY one I made really ticks the box. So I will put a link to the review in the description for you on that one. But I felt like I really wanted to pick up on that check trend because it is very, very prolific. And I just think sometimes it's nice to have a check and have something different to florals, isn't it? And actually we've done well on that front today because we've had quite a lot of plains, some feathers, some checks. So yeah, it's been nice to kind of do some alternatives to florals. And I'm even wearing a chevron-y zigzaggy fabric as well. So yeah, that's feels quite on point. But yeah, the pattern I chose, again, it's another one that I've shown you before, but I really like it, and I just think it's so of the moment. It's so on trend, but also, you know, I'd like to think it's a pretty timeless design as well. And it's Simplicity 9648. It looks like a bias cut skirt. I don't know if it is cut on the bias, but the information will be in the description on our website. But you can just make a very simple bias cut looking skirt with a very narrow waistband. Or it might not even have a waistband, it might just be the way it's finished at the top, I'm not sure. But then there's the option to do like an asymmetric hem where one side comes down longer than the other. At the front there's a centre front seam and one side hangs lower than the other, which I just think is a really fun quirky twist. There's also an option for a knee length version as well. This one runs up to a size 24, so an 8 to a 24, so an 8's a 24 waist and a 33.5 hip. And a 24 is a 39 hip and a 48 waist. But yeah, the fabric I chose for that one is this beautiful mulberry check, which I think is a wool mix. The information is on the site. Do check our website for full details. But it's just a lovely, it's called mulberry. It's a lovely sort of brown colour, but then it's got a very subtle pink running through in the check and then a lovely camely sort of colour. It's really beautiful. So perfect for autumn, winter. It's lovely and soft. Got good drape and movement. I think it would work brilliantly for a skirt like that Simplicity one. So that was my choice for that one. So I hope you've enjoyed that initial roundup. There is more of this goodness to come, so do stay tuned next week. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. Tell me what your plans are for sewing this autumn. And if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.